Mindwings Audio presents The Lady and the Shield by D.B. Clifton, read by Simon Preble. As the train crossed the border, I was on the last leg of my pilgrimage to the great monument of Hagia Sophia, in possession of the Spear of Vissarion, and alone. When we stopped again around 3 a.m., and I stepped out onto the deserted platforms of Sakechi Station in Istanbul, instead of elation or relief, I felt drained to the core. Earlier, when the train had approached the Bulgarian-Turkish border near midnight, everything went wrong quickly. Brother Marcus, my unexpected travel companion, had the responsibility of safeguarding the sacred spear. The last I saw of the young monk, he'd been surrounded by Turkish soldiers while running towards the custom building, waving a pistol like a madman. He was chasing Roderick Stewart, a man possessed by the demon Murmur. Stewart had tried to steal the spear. His niece, Lena, saw me slash him across the chest during that struggle and helped him escape. Upon exiting the station, I was surrounded by several imploring taxi drivers. A short, powerfully built man shouldered his way through and took me by the arm.
"Merhaba, Mr. Thomas,"
he said with a thick accent.
"Please to come with me."
"Who are you?" I said, distrustful of everyone by then.
"A friend,"
he answered.
"We must go now, my brother."
"Why do you call me brother?"
"Are you not Brother Philotheos?"
he whispered. Believing only someone from the order of Grigori Bedros would know that name, I followed him to a nearby car. "Where are you taking me?" I asked, so tired that it really didn't matter.
"Somewhere under our care. Meanwhile, I will deliver that which you have safeguarded to your brothers."
I slouched back in my seat. Everything, it seemed, including the Spear of Vissarion, was to be out of my hands. As we drove along, my dear old mentor, Dr. Jacob Mann, came to mind. I was in a city he'd dreamed of visiting, going to a holy site he desired all his life to see. But Dr. Jake was dead. Was I worthy to take his place on such a journey? What had I ever done to deserve to be here in his stead? What would I have to do to earn it? Reflecting on the loss of Dr. Jake also brought to mind Brother Marcus, who was at that moment most likely enjoying the hospitality of a Turkish jail. And what of Lena Stewart and her uncle Roderick? She was undoubtedly in danger. Her one hope was that her uncle hadn't yet been completely overtaken by the demon. But how long could he last against such an unholy onslaught? We stopped in front of an old multi-story hotel on a dark, winding street.
"Here."
My driver handed me a key.
"Go to your room. I will deal with the rest. Have faith, my brother."
When I got out, he sped off with the Spear of Vissarion and disappeared into the night. I stumbled through the lobby and located my room. Once inside, I kicked off my shoes, collapsed across the bed, and fell asleep without a thought for when I might rise to complete my journey. Hagia Sophia had stood for 1,500 years. It would still be there whenever I awoke. Brilliant late-morning sun flooded the room on which I opened my eyes. After a quick shower, I shouldered my pack and made for the entrance. Though I never saw anyone, I never doubted I was safe. That sensation didn't accompany me when I went outside and hailed a taxi. "Hagia Sophia," I told the driver.
"Ah, Hagia Sophia,"
he replied, and down the hill we sped. Crossing an arm of the Bosporus Strait called the Golden Horn, we entered Istanbul's old city. Despite the brilliance of the day, my mood turned dark. I was worried about Brother Marcus. And where was Lena? When it came to it, what did I really know about her, and why did I believe she could be trusted? As my taxi crept along traffic-choked avenues, I suffered under the weight of question upon question with no answers. After paralleling the walls that enclosed the Topkapi Palace, we came at last to Hagia Sophia. How my heart leapt with my first glimpse of her monumental rose-coloured walls ablaze in the late morning sun. Atop those ramparts, the gentle arc of the massive central dome loomed like a slate-grey planetary horizon over it all. Her 4 slender minarets pierced the sky like arrows pointing the way to God. I nearly wept for dear old Dr. Jake, that it was I, not him, who beheld that wonder in stone. We hope you enjoyed listening to this recording. This is the third episode in the Last Watcher series by D.B. Clifton. Watch for The Shield in the Shadow, coming soon from Mind Wings Audio.